The year is 1631. The Mughal Empire is at its absolute zenith, commanded by Shah Jahan, a ruler whose wealth and architectural vision are unrivaled. Under his direction, the empire's cities have become global centers of art and commerce. The momentum of his court seems unstoppable, but that momentum is cut short. Taj Mahal, the emperor's closest companion and advisor, dies during the birth of their 14th child. Shah Jahan is paralyzed. He withdraws from public life entirely. For months, the empire's administrative gears stop turning because the man at the center has ceased to function. When grief is felt by a man with limitless resources, it naturally seeks a physical expression of the same scale. Shah Jahan resolves to build a monument so pure and eternal that it will force the world to remember Taj Mahal for as long as the building remains standing. He chooses a site on the banks of the Yamuna River in Agra, where the water could mirror the monument's symmetry. However, the geography of the site is fundamentally at odds with the architecture. The massive weight of the stone required for this vision would cause a standard foundation to sink into the river mud and eventually disappear. To realize this tribute, Shah Jahan's architects had to move beyond the established limits of 17th century engineering. In 1632, a workforce of over 20,000 elite artisans and laborers is mobilized to begin the construction. They start bringing in the primary material, thousands of tons of white Makrana marble. It is a stone known for its radiant quality, appearing to glow under different light conditions. This left the builders with a massive structural conflict: the immense weight of the marble versus the soft, porous nature of the riverbank soil. The solution was to dig deep, cylindrical wells straight into the soft earth until they reached a stable depth. These wells were then packed with rock and timber to create an artificial underground forest of stone pillars, anchoring the structure firmly in place. By securing these pillars deep below the surface, the engineers created a stable base that could carry the weight of the massive marble structure above. With the foundation secure, work turned to the central dome and the 4 surrounding towers. If you examine the 4 minarets, you'll find they aren't perfectly vertical. They are designed to tilt slightly outward as a deliberate safety measure. During a major earthquake, they are engineered to fall away from the central tomb, rather than collapsing inward. Every design choice was made to ensure the tomb's survival, effectively protecting Mumtaz's memory against even natural disasters. As the structure grew, the engineering transitioned from massive defensive measures to microscopic precision. On the exterior walls, the black marble calligraphy of the Quranic verses actually increases in size as it rises higher up the archway. This specific mathematical scaling ensures that, from the perspective of a person standing on the ground, the letters appear perfectly uniform in size. Inside, workers spent decades on pietra dura, hand inlaying thousands of precious stones like jade and lapis lazuli into the marble to create intricate floral designs. After 22 years of labor, this obsession with detail resulted in a building where every line and shadow was calculated to produce a specific, unchanging visual impact. In 1653, the project was finished. The Taj Mahal stood as a completed physical record of the emperor's devotion. But the end of the construction coincided with the end of Shah Jahan's reign. He was overthrown and imprisoned by his own son, Aurangzeb. For the final 8 years of his life, he was confined to Agra Fort. He could only see his masterpiece through the window of his quarters. When he finally died, he was carried to the monument and buried directly beside Taj Mahal, reuniting them within the structure he had built. The man who had used the entire wealth of an empire to build a paradise on earth lived his final days as a prisoner, physically separated from it. Centuries later, the Taj Mahal still stands, largely unaffected by the wars and political shifts that have redefined the world around it. The building endures because its builders accounted for every threat, from shifting river soil to catastrophic earthquakes. Shah Jahan realized that if he wanted a love story to last forever, he first had to solve the physics of forever.